Joe, just take us through your day. What was it like with your first NFL start? What was it like your touchdown pass? You got your ear worked on. What happened in that situation? And then also your celebratory, I don't know if I want to call it handshake with AVP and what that was like. Just you had a smile on your face. So what was it like for you?
Yeah, today was, was a regular day for me. I woke up around 8-ish, went back home from the hotel, and, I wake up in the morning and I walk my dog. But today my dad and mom was here, so today my dad walked the dogs, and everybody else is getting dressed. So I don't eat on mornings like this. It's pretty hard for me to eat, so I didn't eat anything at all. So I'm ready to eat. But other than that, man, it was a regular day to me. Felt calm, felt cool. Everybody had my back today, just like every other quarterback that comes through here. The team have Drake's back, and today they had my back. So, my ear, man, I do not know what happened. It was kind of shocking to me when everybody said I was bleeding. I was like, bleeding, and then it was like, is your earrings in? I was like, nah, my earrings not in. And then it was just the top of my ear from a scab.
Given the magnitude of this game, Joe, what would you say to someone, maybe a Patriots fan, who's a little bit disenchanted with the idea that you guys didn't lose today to get the #1 pick?
We got to handle how we handle our program as it is right now. We can't think too far in the future or can't think too far in the past, So we just been exactly where our feet is right now. As a program, like an organization, we just been here right now in the moment. So, thinking about a pick right now is way out of our hands. So if they're going to give it to us, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Right now, today, the main focus was to win.
Joe, you seem to be so exuberant during the course of the day. Obviously, the backflip after the touchdown run, the celebration after the touchdown pass. When you took the final snap, and you dropped to the knee, you put the ball under your left arm. What went through your mind in that moment?
Man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Still to this moment right now, none of this feel real. Just because I did scouting the whole year. I didn't know when my moment was going to come. Everybody around the building just kept saying the same thing. Just be ready for your moment. And I didn't know it was going to come, today. Like I said all week, if the opportunity presents itself, then I'll be ready. So none of this today still feels real. And even right now, it still doesn't. So I'm just trying to enjoy it the much as I can, but, at the same time, just be cheerful with my brothers and, cherish the moments that I have right now before it's all over.
Mike Reese in the front.
Joe, how significant is this performance for your development as an NFL quarterback?
Man, I feel like today was a great step in the right direction for my development, my future itself, just because, you never know. The full length of an average career in the NFL is 3 years. So, just try to take every rep that I get, even if it's in practice or in the game, just try to take it serious as much as I can. So whatever it takes to do, whatever I got to do, I do it. So.
Alan Siegel.
Joe, building on what Mike just talked about, in terms of thinking about where you were during the summer, to this point, 22 of 29 for 241 yards, a touchdown pass for rushing touchdown. What do you attribute to be able to get to this level in your first NFL action, and who do you attribute to, if anybody?
I would say just the consistency we had as an offense, as a quarterback room itself. Like Coach AVP and Coach TC, Coach Ben McAdoo, Evan, they made sure that as a quarterback, we were spot on. That goes from watching film all week. Like quarterbacks come in. If we had a game next week, we'll be back in here tomorrow. You know what I mean? Rookies got to lift at 7, and we'll be getting back to it. So, just the whole part of, just how we preparate, the way that we preparate, the preparation we have for AVP, the way that, they get us right. So, just going through all that with them, that's just the blessing. Who do I contribute that to? I'll just say everyone in the building. Everyone have a choice. You either gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna come here, you're gonna drive here in the cold, or you're gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna be like, man, I ain't going to work. And then now you're just letting the whole team down. So I contribute that to everyone.
Hey Joe, at what point did you find out that you were going to play today, and what do you think you proved today?
After kickoff. After the kickoff, they was like, hey, you going in next series? And I was like, all right, but Let's do it. And what was your last question?
What do you think you proved?
I don't think I proved anything to nobody. I think I proved it to myself, like it's always been. Just showing that I'm able to be here, able to play this game, and just showing myself that, it's me. And without God, I am nothing. So therefore, I put everything in Him.
First, real quick, what kind of dogs you got waiting for you to celebrate this performance with?
What type of what?
Dogs.
Oh, we got 2 pit bulls at home.
Very nice. And you mentioned that you're still grappling with this. It doesn't feel real yet. With that in mind, how long were you waiting to hit that backflip in your mind? How long were you waiting for that in an NFL game?
Man, I've been waiting to hit a backflip in the game, period, for at least, I want to say, whenever the USC player hit the backflip in the end zone, I've been wanting to do it ever since that moment, but 2 years prior to that moment. I was like, man, I can do it. Nobody really expect me to do it, so when I do it, I feel like it's going to blow up on media. So when I got there in the end zone, I was like, man, nobody's beside me. I think this is my moment. So I just, trust it. I did backflips in my past before, especially in fall camp. So I was like, man, it's time. It's the perfect time for it.
Joe, you mentioned this week how being on the show team gave you some chances to try some things that you hadn't done before. Were there any points in this game where that kind of came up and you tried something you'd only ever done in practice?
Man, I threw a dangerous throw today. Nah, it wasn't as dangerous because we scored from it. But just throwing back cross field as a quarterback, this is very difficult to do. And a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of coaches tell you don't do that just because you never know what it's going to lead to. But also, that's just bad quarterback play. Just throwing it back across your body into, multiple people, multiple coverage, or seeing a guy open like I did and trusting him. I feel like that actually showed up because, K Booty actually be on scout team with me sometimes. He get his extra reps like that, and we done made plays like that before. So just seeing it come to reality, it was very fun. For sure.
Back to the backflip.
Yeah.
Had you done a backflip before? I know you said you had. Had you done one with a helmet, pads, spikes, the whole bit?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I have.
Did you ever not stick it, trying it with all this stuff on?
I always stick my backflip, so I don't know, man. I haven't. Only time I have not stuck one was when I was 6 and I fell on my head. I had a hump.
So Joe, after this performance and then coupled with what Drake has performed all season, there's 2 promising young quarterbacks for the Patriots. Curious what your relationship is like with Drake and maybe how you guys might pair up this offseason and try to keep pushing forward together.
Yeah, man, Drake my guy, man. I don't know if there's any other person in this building that as cool as him. He's cool. You don't see Drake get you don't see him get mad. You don't see him get riled up. He's just cool, calm, and collected. And as a quarterback, that's how you need to be. So Drake, man, just learning from him, it's cool to learn from everybody, especially as a quarterback, just because you don't want to be the smartest person in the room. And I feel like that's something that I took advantage of, just not being the smartest person in the room, hearing other quarterbacks out, hearing Jacoby speak, hearing Drake speak, and then just putting it together and adding it to my own game, and every time I talk, they be willing to listen and figure out what I want to say. So it's been great, man.
Thanks, Jack.
No problem. Thank y'all. God bless.